Hi guys, Sahara here. I just wanted to hop on and share with you guys my first week of sales for the month of July. I did just over $1,500 in sales this past week. That is after platform fees and after shipping costs. I've gotten a lot of questions about that. I of course do not include that in my sales numbers because that would greatly throw it off. I mean, shipping can vary so much based on what you're selling. So yeah, I never include shipping in the numbers and I never include the fees. And so yeah, this week the sales were down just a little bit from last month. So I was a little disappointed. I actually had one day that was so slow. I only did $45 in sales for the whole day, which is really low for me. Last month I was doing like 200 to 300 a day usually, so that gives you some perspective. That day was really slow, so I have been a lot more lenient on taking offers. I've been going through and renewing old listings, like using the sell similar feature on eBay to end old listings, like a bunch of them, and renew them and drop the prices on them a bit and make adjustments and stuff to just sell off some old inventory and get those numbers up as we are in the slower season for e-commerce, for online sales. It just comes with the territory, so we have to do our best as business owners to do what we can to boost sales and just get through these months so that we can get on to the better months of the years and better sales. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get right into what sold, the best and worst sales of the first week of July for my reselling business.
Okay, so the first sale that I have to show you is this mountain tee. The mountain is the brand. This is what it looks like. This was like a special collaboration one, I think. It was from 2000 and it had all these cats on it, so that definitely made it more desirable than some of the shirts from this brand. And even though it had a small stain, it still sold for $27 in probably like 3 weeks. And the next item that sold was actually two of like the exact same item somebody purchased. It was these Talbot's Hampshire pants, both in a size 16 wide. And I had actually just picked these up like a week ago, probably at a regular Goodwill. I paid $5 each for them. So I had $10 into it and I made $34 after fees and shipping. So $24 profit on those two pants, and they sold super fast. The next item was just a basic bread and butter summer item I picked up. This was from Jones, New York. It was a 100% linen button-down shirt, and I accepted an offer for $10 on this. So not a huge profit, but I got it from the bin. So this is the kind of item that you can be on the lookout in the summer months and pick up if you have a low cost of goods, because it did sell pretty quickly in just a few weeks. Okay, the next item was this hot cotton linen cotton blend pants in a size 1X, which is part of what helped these sell quickly. These sold literally in like 2 days, I think, for my full asking price of $22.99, and I had $5 into them. The next item was these Cole Haan loafers. I got these at the bins. I had them listed for $45, and I've had them for probably about a month, maybe a month and a half or so. And I just was having a really bad sales day one day, and I got an offer for like $25, and I just took it because I wanted to make some money that day. And like I said, they came from the bins, so I maybe had $2 into them. Okay, so the next item was this Chico's gauzy top. I just wanted to share this one because I feel like people like wonder about Chico's, like what to price things for, what sells better. This was a size 2, so usually I like the size 3 and 4 better, but if I'm shopping at the bins, I'll pick up almost any size in Chico's. I think that for the smaller sizes, you can usually get 10 to 15 for just basic styles. If it's something more substantial, obviously you could still get more. And then for the larger sizes, like 3 and 4, you can get more like 20 to 25 for basic styles. So this was a really nice lightweight gauzy top. It sold for $14, and I had this for about a month. The next item was a really good sale. I was super happy about this one. This is by the brand Bryn Walker. I love finding this brand. Sorry, I thought I had a picture of the tag where you could easily see it. I usually do. But yeah, so this is a really good brand, and this is 100% linen, like tunic dress, and this sold in just a few weeks for $38, and I found it at the bins, so that was a good sale. Okay, the next item was this J. Jill Pima Cotton tunic tank top. I did pay like $4 for this, I think, at the regular Goodwill, and it sold for like 15 on an offer. So not a huge profit, but it is an example of a pretty quick sale you could be on the lookout for at the thrift store. That's probably pretty easy to find at most thrift stores in the summertime. Okay, the next thing was this Ralph Lauren denim shirt. And like I said, sales had been slower this first week of July, so I was definitely more lenient on offers and such. I got an offer for 20 bucks for this and I just took it. It came from the bin, so I maybe had a dollar, $1.50 into it. So glad to see that move. And it sold in just a few weeks. These took a little bit longer to sell. These came from the bins. I've probably had them 6 months to a year, probably closer to a year. And I really had higher hopes for these. They were area like camo boots. Maybe it's just because they were a little dirty on the inside. That could be it, I guess. I don't know. But I had them listed at like 50 originally, and I finally just took an offer for 25 on these just to get them out the door. They came from the bin, so I maybe had 2 or 3 bucks into them because they might be a little bit heavier than most shoes. Okay, this was a great sale. These came from a thrift store like last week. I think I got them, and they literally sold like next day, and they were also like 50% off when I picked them up, so I think I had like $3 or $4 into them. They were these J Jill pure gel organic cotton wide leg cropped pants. So many factors going for them. If you're into factor stacking, you know what I'm talking about. When an item has multiple things about it that make it desirable, it just adds to the value as far as resale goes. So, and they were also brand new tags. So these sold like literally same day for $35. That was awesome. This was a great sale. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for this brand of blazers from now on. I did not know this brand when I found it. I just came across two blazers by the brand Canali, and they seemed really high quality. And once I looked it up, I realized these blazers retail for a lot of money, like over $1,000 for a lot of them. So I listed this one for $150, and in just a couple of weeks, I got an offer for $110. Like I said, sales have been slow, so I happily took that offer. I only had $12 into it, and I still have one of these listed, so I'll be happy to sell the other one too. And that was a great flip. Like I said, I will definitely be on the lookout for this brand and blazers from now on. Okay, the next thing to sell was these Athleta leggings. These came from my regular Goodwill, so I kind of did an experiment one day. When I go to the regular Goodwill, there's so many sections, and I feel like I frequent like the same sections over and over, and I like ignore other sections because I'm just like, oh, there's so many things that like there, like it's not worth the time, or like I'm not gonna find anything good in that section. And so I was like, I literally never look at the athletic section. I don't know why, but I never look at the athletic clothes. I just feel like it seems like there's so much cheap stuff and it's so hard to find anything worth it that I don't think it's worth my time. But one day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try it out. I'm going to look at all the athletic stuff and see if I find anything good. And I found like two pairs of really desirable athletic leggings and a pair of Lululemon that day. So it was a good experiment, and I'll definitely be looking at the athletic clothes more. But yeah, so I only had $4.99 into these, and they sold in just a week or two for $32. So that was a great sale. Okay, on to Poshmark. These Adidas Ultra Boost sneakers. These came from a ThredUp box, I believe, that I got, and so I had $5 into them. They sold for 28 on Posh, and I think I made about $20 profit on them. The next item was this Tommy Bahama button up 100% linen shirt. I'm not sure when I got this. It was, I think, a 3XL, so that definitely helped it sell. I think I've had it like a few weeks to a month. I'm not sure if it came from the bins or the regular thrift store, but I basically made about $20 profit on it, so that gives you an idea of what you could expect on something like that. It definitely went for a bit more and went quicker because of the size. There is a lot of Tommy Bahama out there. If you are interested in like knowing more about Tommy Bahama specifically, like what does good in the brand and what doesn't, there's a YouTube channel called Thrift a Life, and he recently just did a full breakdown on Tommy Bahama, sharing what does best in the brand and what you should really be looking for, and what doesn't go for as much or has low sell-through rates, and what you should probably pass on. So that is a very informative video, and I'll find it and I will link it below so that you guys can just check it out. Okay, so the next item that sold, these didn't sell for a lot. They sold super fast, just a bread and butter brand to pick up. I love picking up J. Jill. I know some people don't like it, but I absolutely love J. Jill. I find it all the time and I sell it all the time. I paid $5 for these and they sold in like a week for 21, so not a huge profit. I maybe made like $10 a little more in profit after all the fees and stuff, but they sold super fast and sales have been slow so far in the summer, a little bit slower for sure. So I'm just glad to be picking up items that are moving quickly. Okay, the next thing was another fast sale. I got these on the 4th of July as part of a 40% off sale at a Goodwill. I think I paid $6 for them was what I paid, and they were brand new with tags, Harley jeans, men's, and these sold in just a day or two for $31 on Poshmark. Okay, the next item is like I've picked up Nike sweatpants before, obviously, but like I never like always picked them up because I feel like I see them at the bins a lot, and like I guess just because other people passed on them, I assumed they weren't good. Don't don't make that mistake as a reseller, like thinking just because somebody else doesn't pick something up must mean it's not worth it, because it's not true at all. I actually looked up the comps on these after I grabbed them, and I was really surprised. Like Nike sweatpants and joggers have like almost 100% sell-through rate. And no, they don't go for a lot, so like I wouldn't pay up for them. But if you're getting them at the bins or just a low-cost thrift store or something, I would definitely say they're worth selling. And what's really nice is they have the style number on the tag so you can find stock photos, and that definitely helps items sell faster, I think. I threw this one in the video just because I had shared it in a haul video probably about a month ago. I had never gotten these BKE button-up shirts before, so I was experimenting with them. This one was a little bit of a smaller size, and it's still sold in probably a month for $19 on Posh, so definitely not bad. I did have like $5 into it, so personally I would like to have a lower cost of goods on them, but because they have such a good sell-through rate, I would still probably grab them again for $5 to sell for 20 and make like a $10 to $12 profit. Okay, another item that I got at the regular Goodwill was these soft surroundings, like embroidered pants. These were new with tags. I think I paid like eight to $10 for these, but they sold for 34 in less than a month, so I would still do that again probably. They were in extra large, so that definitely added to the value, and they were new at tags. I love soft surroundings, and I thought these were a really cute style personally. Okay. The next item, these are the worst sales of the month. Um, this was an Adriana Papel top. I don't know. When I found a couple of these, like probably 6 months to a year ago, I looked them up and I was really surprised they had a decent sell-through rate. But maybe it's just like not as good now as it was then or something, because this sat for a really long time. I finally just took an offer on $3 for it just to get it out the door and make room for new inventory. And it came from the bin, so at least I didn't have a high cost. Okay, these have sat around for a long time. I don't know. I heard when I first started reselling this was a good shoe brand. Now I almost never pick them up. I don't know, like maybe certain styles are better in this brand. I'll have to maybe do some research on the brand specifically. The brand is called Soft. But yeah, these have been sitting in my house for like a year and a half, 2 years probably, and I only wound up making like $5 off of them. And they did come from the bins at least, so at least I had the low cost of goods going for me there. The next item was these Isabel maternity jeans. I would not pick this brand up anymore to resell personally. Um, it just seems to stay a really long time. I'm very picky in maternity clothes now. Yeah, and so these only sold for $5, and I've had them for probably like a year. And the last item, I've had these for a while, but I'm so glad they finally moved. Was these PacSun shorts in a size 25. I think I might have grabbed these a while ago to take to Plato's Closet, and they didn't want them. Okay, actually, I stand corrected. I thought this was a different pair. I have not had these that long. Actually, I've only had them like a month. I know because I just recently started doing the measurements on the whiteboard. But yeah, so I took these to Plato's. They didn't want them, and so then I listed them, and I just threw them up really cheap, and they did sell within like a month. So this actually wasn't too horrible of a sale, but would I pick these up? regularly? No, but at least since I picked it up for a consignment store and they didn't take it, at least it's still sold quickly for me and I made like $5 off of them. So can't complain too much. That's the sales for the first week of July. Hopefully the second week will pick up and be better because it definitely wasn't as good of a sales week as I'd been having in June, but hey, that comes with the territory of summer slowdown, I guess. Let me know down below how your sales have been. Have you seen a drop in sales or an increase? Have you been trying to list more seasonal items? What are your strategies to combat the summer slowdown? And thank you guys so much for watching. If this video helped you, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel for more reselling content to help you in your reselling business. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a blessed day.